What up guys, hope y'all are well. Today I am doing a video for you because I got a lot of questions and stuff in my DMs from my last or second to last videos about frequently asked questions on my locks. I guess more people want to know some different things about locks, and I know that one person in particular was really kind of interested in getting to know like things that you should and you shouldn't say. I have a lot of experience with people saying kind of out of pocket things to me with locks, and I'm here today to give y'all the tea because I am not excusing certain behaviors. I just feel like, you know, we have worked to get to a place where everybody should just be accepted for who they are and what they are and what they have. You know, you wouldn't go up to some woman with an afro and say certain things to her. You wouldn't go up to someone with a buzz cut and say certain things to her. You wouldn't go up to someone with what you think are probably split ends and stringy hair and say something to her. So why are you gonna say something to me? That's all I want to know. I plan to educate people, and whether you want to be educated or not is up to you, but I feel like as someone who has a platform and someone who, you know, gets to literally educate people for a living, like, why am I not going to do that? I don't know. And if you want to know certain things that I personally think you should not say to someone with locks, then go on and just keep on watching. So this one happened to me actually the other day in a restaurant. Now, before I go further with the story, let me first just say that I don't want to point the finger at just non-people of color, if you know who I'm talking about. Honestly, I've gotten pushback about my locks from more than just white people, and that really honestly surprises me sometimes, because you would think that, you know, from one black sister to another, there'd kind of be like this understood thing about hair, but no, there is not to some people. So, you know, I want to make sure that I'm distinguishing that this is not a shot at just white people, but for anybody who this applies to. So this gentleman comes up to me the other day and he is trying to hit on me, trying to get my number, and he says that my hair reminds him of curly fries. Okay, look, these are lock curls, okay? So literally I've taken the curlers, put them in my hair while wet, sat under the dryer, and they are curls. They literally look no different than Shirley Temple curls or barrel curls or anything else. The only difference is that they are locks. It's not something that you should say to anyone, ever. Don't equate my hair to food. Just say it looks nice. Another thing I always get, can you brush your hair? Well, the whole reason how you can kind of get locks to be locks is if you don't brush it. So, but yes, I can. Can you is the question. Just like, why does that matter? If you knew what locks were, you would understand that there's no brushing involved. I can separate my hair, I can maneuver it, I can put it up, I can put it down, I can put it in styles, but the actual process of brushing my hair would then brush out my lock, and that's sort of redundant. Do I wash my hair? Last time I checked, I washed my hair just as frequently as I did when I had loose natural hair. I have never gotten complaints about my hair being smelly. I've never gotten complaints about my hair looking nasty. I suffer from dry scalp, but that's no different than what I was dealing with before. So I'm not necessarily sure where we got off on thinking that dreads don't get washed. Who do you know who's not washing their locks? Let me know. We'll have a talk. Can I touch your hair? So let me just say that there's a lot loaded into this question. Okay, this question is like a loaded baked potato, and if you don't go in there with caution, you may hurt yourself. First of all, I am a little bit more appreciative of the people who actually ask me if they can touch my hair versus the bold ones who reach, because then I have to like pull out like my kung fu like cheetah girl moves, and it just gets really crazy, because then you really gonna think I'm just the angry black woman. So I appreciate those of you who actually ask me. Your answer is still no, a hard no, because my question is, why do you need to touch my hair? There is literally nothing that different about locks. I mean, yes, they're different, don't get me wrong, and I absolutely love my locks, and I can see why people would be jealous. Okay, cool. But there is no reason you need to touch my hair. Do you need to prove the legitimacy of my hair? Because I can talk to you about that. Do you need to prove that it is hair? Yes, it is. I don't really know what people's fascination with touching locks are, and I really don't understand how people are so bold that they just touch or put their hand out to touch and they don't ask. I just don't understand where the home training was, or like, was it lost? Because clearly you are trying, but you are trying the wrong one, honey. A lady has actually done that before. Like, usually I can feel it. My spidey senses tell me when someone is coming into my, like, coming close to my locks. But this one particular time, I don't know, she like vortexed herself or something. I don't know, she just got up in there, and it felt so degrading, I want to say. It's just like, almost like when you're petting a dog and you're like, oh, this dog, did you ask the dog if you could pet them? No, because you think, okay, because you're a dog, I can touch you. Well, you don't have the right to just touch me and parts of my body, and my hair is part of my body. So I would just say that, you know, don't. Now, in defense of some people, I have had a few people in the past come up to me and genuinely say, you know, I don't want to offend you, but I'm really curious about learning about locks and how you get your hair to do this. That's different. I can talk to you, I can educate you, I can be nice. But when you just try me, you know, then you gotta get the clappers. You gotta get the clap back. Do you actually get jobs with your hair like that? Do you actually get jobs with a voice like that? I'm just kind of confused. Now, granted, there are places nowadays that have, you know, reserved the right to not employ you based upon your hair. I think that that is just modern day discrimination and racist behavior, because it's specifically targeting certain people. But yes, I do in fact get work. I do get money. I do get paid. It's really sad, because in a way that question has almost made me not want to be creative or like an entrepreneur, because one naturally then assumes that if I am working and if I have hair like this, then I must be a creative or someone who works in the creative industry. And even though that is right, why can't you see this hair being like a judge or a lawyer or a doctor or a politician? Like, why do you only envision like a bohemian artist or something like that? It's kind of sad, you know? It's also like I don't know, it's hard to explain, because I am an artistic person. I am one who's kind of known to be more bohemian and flowy and artsy and stuff, and so I get that, but I don't want to be typecast simply because you look at me and you assume that you know who I am. Because when those type of things happen, then I'm also getting asked questions about religion, if I'm Rastafarian, if I'm this, if I'm that. Oh, that brings me up to my next point. Don't ask people with locks their religious or cultural beliefs. I don't walk up to every silky hair pressed out woman and ask her what her religious beliefs are. Stop assuming that everyone with locks is from the Rastafarian culture. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the culture, but hey guys, my camera cut off. She overheated, so I don't really remember where I was at in filming. You can see the lights have changed a little bit. I just put in a new light in my room, so hopefully that looks okay. Please, no, background, I don't know what it looks like. It's kind of cool, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, I don't really remember what I was saying, but I don't really remember where I was at in my aggressiveness of things that one should not say. Yeah, I just think that you can educate people and you can ask to be educated. This term ignorance is one that a lot of people don't want to claim, but a lot of people sport. It's connotated as something like, I don't know, ghetto or dumb. But like, if you look up the definition of ignorance, it's just like literally the lack of knowledge or something. You always are gonna not know something. And a lot of people just don't know and understand and comprehend locks. I can wash my hair, I can style my hair, I can wear my hair different ways. I still have to care for it because it is still hair. You can't really determine my worth or my value, my work ethic, my personality, or my religious views, sexuality, or anything of the sort based upon my hair. Well, I hope this video was a little bit informative, if not at least entertaining for you to hear some of the crazy things that people ask me, have said to me, or have questioned. If you yourself have locks and someone has done or said something to you, please, you know, leave it down in the comment section. I know I'm not the only one out there who feels this way or who gets these types of questions and views and comments and stuff. And I mean, you know, if you have questions about locks, you know, please leave them down below. Down there is also, in the description box is also my email, all my social media accounts, so you can come follow and join the Misfit crew and ask questions. You know, I'm gonna make this a community where we get to learn, not one that we just gonna drag. I mean, a good drag is always nice, but I want to educate people, because a lot of times I find that once people are properly educated, then they don't make the same mistakes that they were before. That's just the reality. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye.